Hey guys! So today I just wanted to talk to you about some very exciting news. I got a job. I am not done with my second student teaching experience yet. I have one more week left. December 1st will be my very last day, and then I graduate on December 8th. During the first part of November, we had a job fair, and I went to the job fair. It was at my university, and I kind of didn't put much stock into it because I don't live close to my university. And most of the schools there I knew weren't really going to be an option for me. There were only two that I was interested in, but I did give my portfolio to one of them, not really putting much stock into it because they did say that they were looking for an inclusion teacher. And that's just really kind of not what I wanted to do. But so, I gave her my portfolio and went along my happy way. But then I actually got a call wanting to come in for an interview, and the principal said that she had some options for an English position. So I went to the interview, and the principal said that the person that came to the job fair, I'm not really sure who that person was, but someone from the school district. Anyway, it got into the superintendent's hand, and the superintendent brought it to this principal and said, "You need to hire this person." And when she told me that, I was just shocked, and I was like, I really think the part of it was because my portfolio was very eye-catching, and I got it off of Teachers Pay Teachers. And let me tell you who I got it from. I should have already looked this up, but let me tell you really quickly. Let me pull up my Teachers Pay Teachers app. It was from Miss Ruche's room, I think is how you pronounce it. I'll put the link to her TPT store at the bottom. But I just wanted to go through it with you because I just thought it was super cute. I absolutely loved it when I found it. And I just knew that it was for me. And when I show it to you, I'm gonna show you why and tell you all that kind of good stuff. But I think part of, I don't want to say that all of it was because of the portfolio or all of it was because of me, but I think it was kind of a combination of the need was there for them to get a teacher. And my portfolio was really, really good, and I'm actually really proud of it, and I'm really excited to show it to you guys. Okay guys, so here's the front of my portfolio. I just have it in one of these little I can't really remember what they're called, but like report type folders. Let me show you. This is what I put it in to give to actual principals. This is just from Office Depot. It's the bound presentation book. And it has this little pocket right here that you can put like the front cover in, and then it has these page protectors. And in this, I printed them on cardstock because I knew I wasn't going to be printing too many of them, and I felt like cardstock was a little bit more professional, I guess. I don't know. In this, the cardstock looked better in this type of portfolio, so that's what I did when I gave it to an actual principal. But for the job fair, because I knew I was going to be passing out a few of them, even if I didn't think that the school was, going to be what I wanted to go with, I still printed out several, like 4 or 5, and I really should have printed out more. So my suggestion to you is probably to print out, if you're going to a job fair, which I do suggest you going to the job fair, print out like 6 or 7, print out like a lot, just in case, because you never know. But anyway, so I print out one of these, and for this, I just printed it out on regular computer paper. But let me just begin talking about the cover here. She has several different colors for this. Okay, so my battery died, but we are back in business. Let me try to fix the zoom here. All right. What I was saying was I chose to do the lime green apple and the gray chevron. She has several different colors. Like she has like a red apple and the blue chevron. I think she has like a pink one or something like that. She has some really cute colors. But I just wanted to do something that was a little bit more sophisticated, yet still cute. And some may think that this isn't quite as sophisticated as it should be. But I do. I think that it shows my personality. I love how it's very, kind of subdued, but then like a bright pop of color. And I also am absolutely in love with this font. I just think it's so pretty. And I just think that it's very, very memorable. I have gotten so many compliments on this. Even when I gave my portfolio to different schools at the job fair, all of them complimented on this. So, yeah. So I would highly suggest this. If you were maybe in the elementary or primary ages, maybe you could get away with some different colors, but I just think that the gray and then the bright pop of green is just awesome for secondary. So let's go into the first page. So I don't really want to show every single part of this because it does have a specific name on here of the principal that I was writing this to, but this is my cover letter. I love how everything is editable. She has a lot of different slides. It comes in a PowerPoint, an editable PowerPoint, but she has a lot of different ones like that, you know, already have headers and stuff, but at the end she gives an editable page. So I wound up using the editable page for everything just because it fit my needs better, but I just love how it has this banner and the cute lettering there and then this border, and then I could type all this in here. So this is my cover page, or my cover letter. And then here is my resume. So I just copy and pasted the resume that I had already made in Word and just put it here. And you kind of have to play with the you know, the sizing and the font and all that kind of stuff when you change it from the Word document to this document, but it works out. You can do it. So here's my resume. And then I have my list of references. So I just put in a little text box, and then put in the names and then the title, like my relationship, and then their contact information. And as you can see, I have a lot of different ones. I have both mentors. I have an assistant principal from one of the schools that I was student teaching at. I have both of my supervisors, and then former employees and things like that. And then I have just a snippet of my classroom management plan that I think would be pertinent to an interview, and I was able to kind of talk about some of these things. So I kind of have my goal and rationale, and everyone's classroom management plan that they made in their classroom management class, or whatever class that you had to come up with a classroom management plan, might be different. So I kind of had to take snippets of it and put it together because mine was 26 pages long and other people's are not that long. I realize that. So anyway, I just have my routines, and then I talk about a few of these routines in detail, and then I have an example lesson plan. So this is kind of more for I guess anybody could use this, but I just put an example lesson plan, and I wound up putting 3, and let me tell you why. This was one of the pages, or one of the lessons, one of the days, and then it transitioned to the second one. So I really wanted to talk about how went from one day to the next and then connected those 2 lessons. And so anyway, yeah, that's why I put these 2 in here. And then I also put this last one, the I Am project, because I did the I Am project with my class, but I kind of made it a little bit different than the one that you will find on the internet. I kind of modified it to fit my needs. So I put the bulletin board that I made of the I Am project in here, so I wanted to include the lesson plan so that I could talk about it. If they asked me about it, I wanted to be able to talk about why I did the things and, you know, kind of how that went about. And I wanted them to be able to refer back to it. So here's the results of the I Am project. Like I said, I put the lesson plan first, and then I put this. And a lot of people suggest to put a copy of student work. And maybe if you have been teaching before, that might be easier. But for me, I was student teaching, and while I did have some student work I could have put in there, it wasn't really what I wanted to put in a portfolio, if that makes any sense. I feel like I did 2 really great bulletin boards, and that's what I wanted to showcase in my portfolio. So here's the result of the I Am project, and I put a picture of this in here. And then I put a picture of my text, or my focal text bulletin board, the To Kill a Mockingbird one that I've already showed in one of my vlogs. And I was able to emphasize how I included the students with these bulletin boards, and kind of, you know, they helped me with this, and this was student work. So I was able to showcase student work and a really awesome bulletin board. And I got a lot of compliments on this bulletin board in my interview. And I had to give full props to my first mentor teacher, because she was like the brains behind this. This was my abstract idea, and she brought it into this. So yeah, and so they were really impressed by that. And that's it. So I hope that you guys enjoyed that little showcase of my teaching portfolio. I'm really, really proud of the way that it turned out. I really think that it definitely helped me to get the job. I think that it was, you know, I did the content, you know, I put my heart and soul into my cover letter and my resume and that kind of stuff, but I really think that this was eye-catching enough to showcase that and to put that in someone's hands. Like I said, the superintendent took it directly to my principal, and she had this in her hands, and I really think that this was one of the key factors in me getting the job and being remembered for the job. So I would highly suggest that you check this girl out on Teachers Pay Teachers. It was a wonderful investment. It really wasn't that much money. I can't remember how much it was, but it really wasn't that expensive, and I love it because most people come to interviews and to job fairs and things like that with, you know, very plain portfolios, or maybe they just come with a cover letter and a resume, and I just think that this will really set you apart whenever there are a lot of people applying for the same job. So anyway, I hope you guys really enjoyed this. If you guys have any questions, leave them in a comment below. And if you have any more requests for anything that you would like to see, maybe in detail about any aspect of this, or about a job fair, or things like that, anything that would pertain to student teaching, or maybe first year teacher, because that will be me in January. Woo! Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you would like to see more, and like this video. Go ahead and give it a like. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.